It's like, wow, Richmond has some amazing people who want to be a part of a community of caring and kindness.
You look around and you see these bikes and the racks of coats and some of the wonderful toys that these kids are getting. You know, it's amazing. People have really opened their hearts.
Many families have to make choices. Do they pay their rent? Do they put food on the table? Do they spend the money on Christmas? I think it is a huge impact in the life of families who are barely making it. If they don't have to worry about, will my children have toys, then that's a huge impact. Maybe not in the large scheme of things, but it's a huge impact on the lives of families who are struggling.
I feel great. I feel blessed. You know, it was hard getting Christmas for the kids, so this has been a great help this year. I just adopted 2 children. I have 3 of my own, so this has truly, truly been a great blessing for me.
I have a fairly large family, and for the last couple years, my husband had been out of work, and this was just enabled us to have a really good Christmas for them.
I do work every single day and go to school 6 days a week and work 6 days a week and still, you know, have to raise 2 kids, and it's still hard, even if you're working, you know, and that's the whole point about, you know, us coming together as a community and helping each other, because even with working and everything else, we still all struggle. It's just a part of life, and the little help we get now is going to prolong us in the future to eventually help somebody else.
You come into the warehouse and you see all of the bags of toys and bikes and gifts and such for all the families in need here in the area, and it just makes you feel good because the community truly has come together to get all of these gifts for the folks that really need them to make their Christmas happier.
When you give, the giver is the one that is blessed just as much, or maybe even more, than the ones that receive the gift.
It's a win-win, because there's nothing better than doing something for somebody else and then for the recipients to realize somebody did this for me and my child.
Everybody comes together. Everybody adopts angels. We start out with a bunch of angels on our tree. Everybody steps in to help, and it becomes sort of a team building and heartwarming moment where everybody comes together to make dreams come true for children. So it's really great to see the bonding that kind of happens through the event.
It's like, is this Santa's Richmond warehouse for real? This is where Santa hangs out for sure. Yeah, it's great.
We cannot do this program without volunteers. I want to make sure that that is heard loud and clear. We need volunteers. We have a small staff at the Salvation Army, and this is a huge program. And without volunteers, it just will not work. And so to see volunteers come back year after year after year, we realize there's something special about this program that encourages, and it helps people be enthused at Christmas time about reaching out to their neighbors.
People want to be a part of things, and anytime you can get people in general to agree on one thing and come together as a group, the community, life, everything is just better. And even if it's only this little time during the year that they can show love and be a little nicer to each other, it's what it's about.
As a community, to be able to step up and help those families in that opportunity, and help a parent see their children's eyes light up on Christmas morning, and the amount of pressure that would take off of you, I think is an immeasurable impact. I think it, you know, would continue to make children in this community happy, and we provide every opportunity we can for that, then I think the ripple effect of that will be immeasurable.
I'm sure I was helped along the way when I was young, you know, and, you know, had hard times, what have you, and, you know, it just feels good, you know, it seems like the right thing to do.
We support our local communities because we are in the community. We consider ourselves part of the communities. We all had the angel trees and the donations and everything in our offices and our waiting areas. And even our employees, the customers that came in on a daily basis, they were excited and happy that we were there to support the Angel Tree program. But the biggest benefit was when we went to the distribution center and saw all of the people there in the Richmond area that were also involved in helping and supporting the Angel Tree program. it was just amazing that how many good people in the Richmond area are willing to help everyone else.
I think it just shows how it's a good world. I feel like you get bombarded with bad things that happen, and I think to volunteer and come out and see good things happening can really change your perspective and realize yes, there's bad people, but there's tons of great people taking their time to come help people.
There's so many people here, and there's so much work being done here, and just being able to do that. I've been here since 9 this morning, and I'm coming back tomorrow. I'll probably need some, I need some rubbing alcohol when I'm done, and some hot soak and Epsom salt, but it's so worth it. I would never take anything away from this day.
At Allianz, we've had a great year. We have great employees, we have great customers, and Richmond's been very supportive of that. And we want to, in turn, support the community, and Angel Tree is one way that we can do that.
The staff is so warmed by coming over and working in the distribution center, actually helping the families when they come to pick up the gifts that have been donated for their child. It just warms our employees' hearts and all of us just to know that we can make such a difference in our community. It's just really a great thing.
It's one thing to give lip service to it and say, yeah, we really care about you and we're on your side and all that. But when you put action behind those words, I think that's when people really understand that these folks really do care about my well-being. These folks really do care about making sure my child has a Christmas, whereas they may not have had one before.
I love it. Like you feel filled up. You're excited. You got to give. It's so much fun. I love doing work like this. It gives you this, a good feeling. Like I got to be part of someone else's life.
Have you ever seen a child on Christmas not get anything? Because that happens. That's real life, and that's not something I want to. That's something I want to help if I can.